Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Chilling with Ty. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back. Okay, I do want to take the time out to tell everyone thank you for signing up for your dispatching training. I really do appreciate it. Okay, if there are any carriers out there looking for dispatch services, we are accepting new carriers. All right, so once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get into this video. Okay, so today I want to talk about how to find carriers and how to keep carriers. Okay, so when you are new to dispatching and you are trying to find carriers, with the training, of course, I do tell you different ways to look for carriers, but the main source that everyone goes to is the Federal Motor website. Okay, but in this day and age, you want to do a lot of marketing, social media. I cannot stress social media enough is your best marketing tool, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Reels, whatever, Twitter. Okay. Social media is where you need to be marketing for your dispatch services. Okay. And you want to set yourself apart different than other dispatchers, right? So, what makes you different? Why you, right? So, try and stand out and be different than everyone else, okay? You might be able to see what other people are charging. So, you don't want to discount yourself so much, right? Because if you're charging 3%, 4%, right? What I saw some other dispatch companies offering, how great is their service? You know, people willing to jump on that 3%, that 4%, even some 5%. But how great is their service? Are they keeping them consistent? So put together flyers, right? Make sure you have business cards. Um, Canva is a great source to create free marketing tools and post on social media. Do some lives, okay? Do some videos, just different ways to market yourself and stand out different. You can also offer, once you learn the transportation industry, you learn trucking, you can offer different services, right? So find out what it takes to start a trucking company. Maybe that's something you want to offer, some logistics, maybe something in the back office. Maybe you want to offer IFTA, right? IFTA filings or something. So find out something that will make you different from everyone else, because there's a lot of dispatches out there. Everybody has the same, but you want to be number one, right? So you want to show where you stand out. Okay, so networking is also a great way to find carriers. You might know someone that has a trucking business, and truckers usually have trucker friends, right? So networking, and that comes into play back to that social media. And don't worry about someone not liking your post. Everyone sees it. They might not like it, but everyone sees it. And just keep posting and making everyone aware of what you're doing. Now, when you do get a carrier, you want to keep the carrier, okay? I am starting to see a lot of posts of trucking companies, drivers saying they had to let go of their dispatchers, right? Because they were unhappy. So when you are doing your carrier profile sheet, right, and you're learning about that truck driver or that carrier, where they want to go, you know, the consistency, how many days out they want to go, all of that. Make sure that you match that, right? And when you are booking loads, do not send them to a dead zone. So if you are on the low board booking loads, you do not want to have them pick up in a great area that's paying so well. There could be a reason why it's paying so well, to go to a dead zone and you cannot get a load out of that area. So when you are on the low board, look at that state, that city. See how many loads are coming out of there, right? That might not be the best place that you want to take a load at. And it's going to take time for you to learn each state. But when you do find a great paying load, right, and it's picking up in one state, check out that state that it's delivering to, and then you'll know whether you need to send them there or not, because it's not all about the best pay. It's about consistency and keeping that pay going, because you don't want to get them load and it's $2,000 going one way, and then when they get there they can't even get the 2,000 coming out. They want to get like 500 coming out. That's not great, right? So just make sure you know your carrier's preferences. You also want to look at the miles of the load, okay? How long it takes to deliver that load. Look at the hours of service, okay? Just because a load is paying, let's say, $5,000, going one way, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. What is the mileage on that? And then is there loads coming back? When is the load due? Okay, are they going to be sitting on that load for a week? So you have to look at the mileage, look at their hours of service, and make sure that the load is a quick pick up and drop off, not pick it up and hold on to it for a whole week before you can deliver it, because they could be making money during that week, especially if your driver is one that wants to be at $10,000 a week and you book them a load for 5,000, then they have to hold on to it for the whole week. So that's not what they want to do. That's nowhere near their 10,000 a week. And we're just estimating. I know rates are going up and down these days, but um, you do want to take that into consideration when you are booking a load, is the mileage, how long you have to keep the load, how long does it take to complete the load, and do they have the time to do that load? Okay. Now, if you are one who strictly utilizes the load board only and you are having trouble finding loads for your carrier, that's when it's time to pick up the phone, right? See what shippers have a warehouse close to where your carrier is. Okay, start calling those shippers on behalf of the carrier and try to get direct freight for that carrier. Okay, that will be your best bet. I know everyone says direct freight, but it is the best option. When you go to the low board and there's nothing there, right? Look and see who is near them. And if you don't know any shippers offhand, right? Go to your pantry, see what is in there, look at the names, see where they're located. Okay, so I'll give you for an example. I'm in North Carolina. Okay, in my pantry, I have Mount Olive pickles, right? So there is a Mount Olive in North Carolina. Okay, another example would be Campbell's, right? So look and see in your pantry, all right? Look at some names, Google them and see. And then you'll start popping up other manufacturers, okay? And then put in the state and see. So wherever your driver is, just start putting in manufacturers near whatever state there are, distributors, warehouses, okay? Google different things, see where they are, and call them. And if one says no, pick up and call, and do not stop calling till you find someone for that carrier. Okay, because once they get that direct load, then you're straight with them and it becomes easier for you. There's no more looking on the load board every day looking for a load for them to haul. Well, you have consistent load right there with a direct shipper, and if that shipper is paying, we'll just say $10,000 for them for the whole week to complete that load, and you are doing 7%, then that's $700 right there a week for you just off of that carrier. Okay, so you want to look into direct shippers at this point of time, and you can even look into the ports. Okay, little ports are a little bit different, different qualifications, but look into the ports, look into the direct shippers, look into furniture companies, food companies. And you don't necessarily always have to have a dry van trailer, reefer trailer, flatbed trailer. There are options for power only as well. You just have to call them and ask them. Okay, tell them you're working with a carrier. Tell them the carrier's name. You're looking for da 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 lane, whether it's southeast. Um, we'll just give an example: Charlotte to Atlanta or something like that. Okay, give them a specific lane that you're looking for, or something local, North Carolina, Florida, Florida, whatever. Okay, and let them know that it's just the tractor. You do not have a trailer, and see if they have the option to move it power only. And I know everyone, when you call these shippers, the terminology is always different. When you call them, you might say, I'm doing a power only, and then you'll get some people like, well, what is a power only? You can just say a tractor, just a tractor, no trailer. Do you have, where I can move your trailer, a loaded trailer, or sometimes an empty trailer from point A to point B? Okay, so just make your phone calls. Okay, and as you get on the phone with everyone, you'll start learning what to say and what not to say. Okay, but have your basic terminology down as far as whether it's a dry van, reefer, flatbed, and then power only. If they don't know power only, then tractor only. Okay, and you want to move their trailers. All right. Okay, so in order to keep your carriers, make sure your carriers are happy. If someone is letting you go, that means you did something wrong. You want to keep them with you. Okay, they decided they're just better off trying to do it themselves than use you because they're so unhappy. So make them see that they do need you. Okay, you are what they need to keep their trucking business and to help grow their trucking business. Okay, because once they are growing their trucking business, they start getting multiple trucks. They're not going to have time to sit there, and especially if they're driving, to drive and dispatch multiple trucks at the same time. They're going to have to give up something. Okay, so make them see that they do need you. Okay, you are a service that is required. So make sure you know your lanes, know your hours of service, know your driver, your carrier's preferences. Okay, where they want to be, their home time. Just make sure you know everything about them and how much they want to make. And there's always a goal that they set. They might say, I want $12,000 a week, right? But if you can get them as close as possible to that, whether it's that 10,000, and then elevate and get to that 12,000 that they want, then that works in your favor. Okay. Just remember, different equipment types have different rates as far as how much they can make. So you have to take that into account. Not everyone is going to have the same amount of money. Um, it's different work. It's a different work ethic for different equipment types. Okay. So I hope that helped you guys some. You can comment down below any questions you want me to ask. I just one question, not a million questions. Some topics that you would like for me to talk about. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Have a good day.